States are united in boosting defense spending, spurred by the growing threat from Russia. The plan agreement would see NATO members spend about 3.5% of their GDP on defense and another 1.5% on broader security investments, including cybersecurity and intelligence. Rutte warned that Russia could be in a position to attack NATO territory within 3 to 5 years. He also said in recent weeks, Russian drone attacks have killed or wounded innocent civilians in Ukraine. NATO allies remain united and determined to keep Ukraine strong and work towards a lasting peace. Listen in to what he had to say.
And now, the last couple of weeks, these indiscriminate attacks on innocent civilians living in cities, living in communities in Ukraine, who go about their daily lives and get killed or seriously wounded because of these Russian drones and whatever. So this is terrible. So everybody is very motivated. Please understand that. I hear from all the allies to keep you strong, to keep you in the fight and to bring this terrible war to a durable and lasting peace.
Well, EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen echoed that warning, stressing that Europe must be fully prepared by 2030. She called this a tectonic shift in Europe's security posture, saying that that Europe of defense has finally awakened. EU leaders have unveiled a €150 billion funding program called SAFE, designed to boost investment in Ukraine's defense industry. The initiative aims to support Ukraine's fast, reliable and scalable military production with loans open to EU states, Ukraine and other partners. Ursula also praised Kyiv's reform efforts and backed advancing Ukraine's EU accession talks. She also announced a new tough sanctions package against Russia, urging Putin to engage in serious talks for a just and lasting peace. Listen in to what she had to say.
We have just discussed how important it is for Ukraine to invest in the extraordinary, agile and innovative Ukrainian defense industry. Therefore, we have designed a funding program of €150 billion, we call it SAFE, where member states, but also Ukraine and other partners can take these loans to invest in the Ukraine defense industry, which has shown its ability to innovate, to produce fast and reliably at scale. We can learn a lot from you, what that is concerned, but in this way we can support you also for the survival of Ukraine.
And Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky is calling on NATO allies to invest in Ukraine's defense industry, urging support for local production of military hardware. Zelensky said Ukraine must take the lead in the global drone race and warned that future security depends on tech advantage. The most important message right now, said Ukraine, is the unity of NATO and the European Union. This solidarity, they say, paves the way for stronger support, both for Ukrainians abroad and for those struggling to survive inside the country. Listen in to Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky.
The most important that the unity of NATO countries and all Europe and European Union, and you see this unity around Ukraine. I think this is the most important things. After this, it opens the way to strengthen Ukraine, to give us strong support, to help our people and families who are abroad to live, and to help to our Ukrainians who are in Ukraine to survive.
Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump said he will probably meet with Zelensky during the NATO gathering, signaling a possible dialogue amid shifting geopolitical tensions. All right, Marian Duris, European Affairs expert, he is joining us from Brussels at this point in time. Marian, appreciate you being here with us. What do you make of the support that Ukraine is going to get from the European Union and the NATO allies? Is this likely to escalate the war between Russia and Ukraine? And what position do you think Putin is likely to take after these announcements have been made?
Yeah, at first, let me say that it was kind of, I would say it was kind of a joke of Mr. Zelensky when he gave a lesson to as a leader of Ukraine, of a country which is not NATO member, and giving lessons to member states of this alliance how they should be united. What about the support? So EU and European Commission under Ursula von der Leyen all the time supports Ukraine, and people in the European Union and in member states are feeling some like forgotten in this intensive care of Chief of European Commission about Ukraine. If we say about NATO summit and possible another help and aid to Ukraine, I would say today's summit is tightly focused with clear agenda, and they will speak about boost defense budgets, about project unity, and respond to Trump's actions in the Middle East. But Ukraine remains somewhat sidelined. Tough bilateral support is ongoing from some countries.
What do you think this does to the security balance and sensitivities in Europe, considering the fact that Mr. Zelensky continues to get all this funding?
Europe should find some security balance. It's for sure. It's very good said, and Europe should find another balance in case of funding as well, because Europe heard from own leaders about Rearm Europe project, which is 800 billion euro project. They listen plans about NATO defense spending on 5% of GDP, and they listen about more and more help to Ukraine. So people really feel, I would say, betrayed in this sense, because when you will invest so much in this infrastructure, in this defense projects and defense plans, and you will concentrate everything on this area, so how much money will be for life of citizens? What will be for education? What will be for health? What will be for construction of highways and roads? So there are important questions who are here around, and people are asking, but no leader like Mr. Rutte or Ms. Kallas or Ms. Ursula von der Leyen are not